Hey y'all, welcome back. So today we're here again with another easy, quick hairstyle. She was acting up today, so I was like, you know what? Let me just do something big. And when I say big, I mean some bigger cornrows than what I'm used to. Usually I would do her cornrows really small. So I decided I'm gonna just do 8 cornrows today and call it, a day because she was crying. I don't know. I think she's tender-headed, but it's hard to tell because sometimes she cries and sometimes I know that I'm pulling it a little bit hard or it's like tangled really bad and she wouldn't say a word. So I'm like, is she really tender-headed or is she just trying to get out of braiding her hair? I'm not really used to braiding her hair, to be honest. When I started recording these videos was when I actually started braiding her hair. So I know she's still getting used to it, so I want to give her some grace, but yeah, I just decided to give her some big cornrows. So I was like, you know what, how could I give her some big cornrows and still make it look cute? I was like, you know what, let me put some zigzag. And that's what I did. I honestly think if you add zigzag or you part the hair zigzag in any hairstyle, any big hairstyle, it'll make it look cute because it just brings a different look to it. It brings a different feel to it. So no matter if it's like 4 big cornrows or even 2 big cornrows going all the way back, you part it zigzag, it just gives it a different look. It makes it look a little bit more stylish. That's in my opinion. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And of course I put a little too braid at the front. I think I'm probably gonna stop giving her bangs or putting braids at the front, especially when I'm doing beads, because it tends to get in the way, especially when she's eating or she's trying to color or something. It gets in the way. We tuck it behind her ears, but it seems like she gets annoyed of it like pretty easy. So although she likes it, she gets annoyed pretty easy. So I'm probably gonna stop doing that and just braid her hair like all up or something instead of leaving anything down in her face. But anyway, I got some questions on my last video. I thought I will just address it here instead of responding in the comments, because maybe somebody else had the same question. So someone was asking how long I take to braid her hair, and usually I would take between 2 to 3 hours, and that's only because I have a 1.5-year-old as well, and I have to tend to her, and then I try to give her breaks in between because Ella, she's 3.5. So I'm braiding her hair, she gets annoyed, I stop, give her snack, stop, let her use the bathroom, stop, give her like a tablet or a phone or something just to keep her occupied while I'm braiding her hair. And again, like I said, I also have a 1.5-year-old, so I have to deal with her as well. I might have to stop and change a pamper or something, like, or put her to sleep. So it takes me a little bit longer than I would usually take. I think if I didn't have to stop and do anything else, like if I was going straight through, it would like take me about an hour or maybe less. It depends on the style that I'm doing, but like I said, it takes me like 2 to 3 hours most times when I'm braiding her hair. Or sometimes, well, I know of other times that it will take me 2 days. And when I say 2 days, I mean, okay, like I'll take like 2 3 hours the first day, and then second day I will have to like finish it up, so maybe in like an hour. So I would say maybe 4 hours tops, and that's just because she's young, she's a kid. So sometimes I'll get it done fast, sometimes it'll take a longer time. And I was also asked how long I leave her hair braided in. Usually 2 weeks. I would try to make it last 2 weeks, but sometimes one, sometimes 1.5. I think there was only one time when I left it a little bit longer than 2 weeks, and that's because we just got busy doing other things. But most of the times I would try to leave it for 2 weeks tops and then take it out, because I don't like when her hair gets tangled or when you start seeing the dirt accumulate, especially when I use these braiding gels on her hair. The dirt seemed to accumulate really fast, and then it just makes it harder when I have to detangle her hair or wash her hair, just take it out. She cries a lot. I don't want that to happen, so I try to take it out in a decent amount of time. So like I said, 1 to 2 weeks and it'll be out. And another question I got was, how did I learn to do it? Now, I've been braiding since I was maybe 9, 10 years old, or probably earlier, who knows? But I would have to ask my mom, but I started braiding at a very, very young age. Well, obviously, I started off with dolls and stuff. I would always take the dolls and braid their hair. It was no ponytails, no ponytails. It was always a braid. I would always start braiding. And the first time I tried extensions, I actually never saw anybody do extensions before, like extension braiding hair, and I wanted to do it so bad. So I went to the beauty supply store. I think I was like, I had to be like 12 or 13 at the time, I think. Between 11 to 13 years old. And I went to the beauty supply store, got some braiding hair, and I got some kinky braiding hair, like the twist afro kinky braiding hair. And I was like, you know what, let me try it. And I tried it on myself, and it came out so good that my mom was like, do it on me, you know, like try it on me. And I did it, and it took me the entire day. It took me like a day. I think it took me a whole 24 hours to finish my hair. And for my mom, it took me like maybe 12 hours to finish her hair because, like I said, it was my first time. I never seen anybody do it. I was just guessing how I think it, should be done. And I did it, and it came out really nice, honestly. Like, it came out better than I expected, better than anybody expected. And from that, I started doing extensions. Then I moved on to weaves, and I just continued braiding. And at one point, my mom stopped doing my hair, of course, because I wanted to do it myself. I felt like I was doing a better job, so I started doing it myself. And now I could just look at a style and know how to do it. Like you could just show me a picture of it and I'll be able to mimic it and stuff like that. So to me, it's really easy. It's not hard to do at all. It may look hard. For example, looking at the finished product of this hairstyle, you might think like, okay, that's hard. Like, how did you get there? But it's, I would say, one step at a time, one corner at a time. It's really easy. And I wish I had the patience and stuff to like actually teach. Maybe I do, but how to braid and stuff. Maybe one day I'll go into detail like how to actually braid. But yeah, it just came really easy to me, and I started doing it, like I said, at a very young age, and it just stuck with me. So yeah, that's about it. But anyway, this is the hairstyle that we decided to do for this week. I have another hairstyle in mind coming up. If you have any suggestions, like anything you might want to see, leave it in the comments down below and I'll be sure to do it. Once I see a comment, I'll be sure to do it as soon as possible. But yeah, I did give her some beads. This is what the final look looks like. And like I said, you do a little bit of zigzag, it changes the look. It's just 8 cornrows going all the way up in one. Yeah, and I think it looks really cute. So I oiled her ends, the ends of her hair, because I noticed that once I'm putting beads in her hair and you put the rubber bands, it tends to like, it dries out the hair, especially if you're leaving it for more than a week. It dries out the hair, and I don't want her ends to start breaking. So that's why that's why I greased the ends of her hair. I just used some oil and make sure that it's moisturized, and I try to keep it moisturized, like spray a little bit of water or something on the ends of her hair. Even with the beads on, I would try to like spray a little bit of water here and there whenever I remember, just to keep it moisturized and so that it wouldn't break when I start taking it down. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet, and don't forget, comment down below, share the video, like, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.